I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. County residents are fortunate to have a fresh water source that flows through the area. It provides life to so many and plenty of recreation. Watch and learn about the Huron River during an annual celebration in its honor.
We're out here today for Huron River Day in Gallup Park in Ann Arbor, celebrating the Huron River.
The river brings us just an amazing resource for our community. It's our drinking water, it's for recreation, it just brings us serenity and peace. It's such a beautiful part of our town.
We have a bug demo because we study the health of the river by looking at what kinds of creatures live in it. And so we're out here with a few of the bugs that we collect on a regular basis that help us learn about the river's health.
They brought animals that live in around the river, so you can visit with a turtle or a bird, or really just get up close. Because again, I think if people and children and just see it up close, really understand, then they'll take care of it.
We are providing a demonstration for soil erosion, and we basically talk to everyone about the importance of water and the importance of taking care of our soil. Turns out that the largest polluter of our rivers, lakes, and streams in the state of Michigan is soil that washes into the waterways. It's not garbage like you would think.
Think about what's happening in their neighborhood that goes in the storm drain that doesn't have to go there. So things like picking up pet waste or sweeping up fertilizer when it's on our sidewalks, not dumping things into the storm drain. Those are all kind of everyday things that people can do to protect the river.
So much fun to just be out on the river, having all these people come out and enjoy the river, be out in boats and learn about the river and just enjoy nature and our beautiful city of Ann Arbor parks.
Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in exactly 30 seconds. Here in Ann Arbor, you can hear airplanes buzzing by at all hours of the day due to our local airport and the people who have a calling for aviation.
The smell of silver dollar pancakes on the griddle, sizzling sausage, and planes soaring, all made for a one-of-a-kind Sunday morning at the Ann Arbor Airport.
Is it Pancake?
So we're at the Ann Arbor Municipal Airport Pancake Breakfast. It's hosted by the Experimental Aircraft Association, Chapter 333 here at the Ann Arbor Airport every year. We've been doing it for quite a while, and the objective is to have a fun, family-friendly event where people can come out to the airport and kind of see it from inside of the fence.
We had a great breakfast and we got to see a lot of planes take off, and Olivia and Charles got to ride on a helicopter.
Our U of M survival flight helicopter is here today, so people can see that a little up close and personal. And there are a lot of other airplanes that belong to our members, whether it's an experimental airplane they built themselves, or a light sport, or like a Cessna or a Piper that a lot of people are familiar with. So a real variety of airplanes.
My favorite part is letting him get in the planes and see them and, try to pretend to drive it and be a pilot and enjoy it.
For 50 years, Chapter 333 has been sharing their love for flight.
The Experimental Aircraft Association is an international organization that was founded to help people who wanted to build their own airplanes. And we've evolved to support folks who restore and fly all different kinds of airplanes, from antique and vintage airplanes to warbirds to experimental airplanes that they build themselves, or pilots like me who just fly regular certified airplanes and want a community of people to sort of share their passion for aviation.
Take flight during the Ann Arbor Airport Pancake Breakfast on Sunday, June 12th from 8 to noon. Michiganders are always talking about the quality of our roads. Now there's a place right at our fingertips that gives the facts about local roads. Learn about the pavement condition dashboard in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hi, I'm Nick Hutchinson, City Engineer for the City of Ann Arbor. I'm here to show you our new pavement condition dashboard. The city evaluates the condition of our roads every 2 years using a system called PACER, which rates the pavement condition on a scale from 1, which is the worst, to 10, which is a brand new road. The dashboard you see here contains data that was collected in 2021. It shows the average ratings of our major and our local streets, along with the number of miles that fall into each of those rating categories. You can use the map on the right to zoom in on individual streets and click on them for more information. To utilize the dashboard, visit a2gov.org/A2 pavement condition.
The Green Fair is right back where it's meant to be, on Main Street in June. Local nonprofits and companies dedicated to health and wellness of our environment will showcase the best way to reach the city's carbon neutrality goals and create a brighter future for generations to come. Joining me is Mayor Taylor. Welcome to the show.
My pleasure to be here.
So, we've talked about this in the past. Last year, it was we didn't have a Green Fair one year, and then it moved, and now we're back to June. Talk about, why bring it back to June, and the date and sort of the footprint of it as well.
Yeah, well, I'm first off, thanks for having me and for talking about the Green Fair. I'm really excited. This year we're gonna, like you said, have it back in the spring when it's supposed to be. It's going to be June 10th from 6 to 9. It's going to be on Main Street and a little bit too on Library Lane, and I think it's a nice kickoff to the downtown festival season. We have so many things going on during the summer downtown, really all year round, of course, but certainly during the spring and summer. And it's nice to have the Green Fair as sort of getting that started. It's the first day of Top of the Park as well, and so that's a nice lead-in. You can come downtown for both events. And it's a really good thing, as you said, kicking off the summer and closing out A20 week.
I also think it's nice to have in June, because when you think about if I want to do something to my house, or a lot of times you do it when the weather's nice. So if you're going there and you're talking to companies that could help you go a little greener, it's probably more ideal to do it in that spring, summertime.
I think that makes a lot of sense. We all have our various activities, our various things we need to do, and certainly home improving for those who own is one of them. And it makes a little bit easier just to do it when the weather's nice, to get it at least organized when the weather's nice. And so it's good to be able to talk to staff and vendors about what people's possibilities are.
Can you talk a little bit about the city's sustainability goals and where we're at right now?
Yeah. So the city just a few short years ago identified its goal, and its goal is to achieve community-wide carbon neutrality by the year 2030. This goal is exemplified and planned for in our A20 plan. A20 plan, which is a plan that was created with tremendous outreach and engagement with community groups, technical experts, and of course city staff and our experts. And we put together this plan, and it describes how we as a community can work to achieve community-wide carbon neutrality by 2030. And it involves a number of different strategies. It relates to electrification, it relates to transportation, land use, sustainability, recycling, solid waste, and so forth. We, in the furtherance of our goal, our goals are doing pretty well. We're reducing our gas emissions. We've reduced our gas emissions in the community by 20% over the last year and change, but we have a long ways to go. I'm particularly excited about the opportunities we have to electrify, to bring recycling and composting expansion to the community, particularly to multifamily units, to help residents green the grid with rooftop solar, access to community solar. We will have a millage put to the ballot in November, hopefully, which passes will give the city the resources to bring the goal to finalization.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, 2030 is not that far from now. I mean, we're talking
No,
less
it's
than
not.
8
It's pretty
years.
close.
Yeah. Well, that's great too about the composting. And, when I lived in a condo, I was always like, why can't we compost here? You had to like throw that stuff in the trash. So that's a great
Yeah,
idea. I mean,
that's
to
right.
really
So
bring it now.
absolutely. So many of our residents live in multifamily structures, and based on our current resources, we have a difficult time, providing them the recycling and composting services that I know they would like. And so, that's one of the improvements that I'm hoping we'll be able to accomplish in the event that the millage passes.
When people are at this year's Green Fair, the staff, the sustainability staff or A20 is going to be there. Why should people stop and chat with them while they're there?
Sure. Well, a couple of reasons. One, to learn a little bit about what the city is doing as a municipal organization to promote sustainability, to achieve sustainability. Folks can learn so much about what they themselves can do by themselves and as homeowners, perhaps, or as renters, and in cooperation with neighbors. And so, it's really an opportunity to learn. And I guess I'd also say, it's an opportunity to meet city staff, experts who are so committed to the mission and to the community. And I think when you talk to city staff about our sustainability efforts, you as a resident of Ann Arbor, you're gonna walk out of that conversation with a little spring to your step and a little bit of pride, because staff cares so much about the work that they're doing, and they're so good at it. I wish people could see them doing their job every single day. And the Green Fair is an opportunity for people to get a little glimpse of that.
Yeah, they're great people too. I've worked with them quite a bit, and they're just a joy
Really?
to be around. Really.
Absolutely.
Last year we talked about going solar. I believe you were talking about your own home. Have you gone solar, and how is it?
You are well briefed. Yes, the city has a program called Solarize, and through the Solarize program, we neighbors get together, residents get together, and they basically effect a group buy. The leader of the program identifies a contractor, a solar provider, and tries to get popularizes that to other proximate residents, who then and residents throughout the city who sign up, and then if enough people sign up, get a discount. I was fortunate enough to get involved in one of those on the I didn't run it, but I participated in it. We do now have a 7.2 kilowatt hour array on the roof, and it's churning out energy right now. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the things the Green Fair is always, or Ann Arbor in general, is all about is green commuting. Talk about the different ways to green commute in the city and how we can take advantage of it.
Sure. Well, one of the aspects of the A20 plan is to reduce vehicle miles traveled, and we in the city we want to accomplish that goal, of course, from a carbon neutrality perspective, but it also is an improvement in quality of life. When you can walk or bike or use mass transit, you're generally happier when you do those sorts of things. You're generally healthier when you do those sorts of things. And so we want to do everything we can to encourage that. First, of course, in cooperation with our friends at AAATA for the improvement of mass transit, but also in the improvement of road design. I mean, we need to make sure that all of our roads throughout the city are safe for all users. Drivers, of course, pedestrians, and cyclists. We all have a right to the roads. They're there for us all, and we ought to be able to use them with equal measures of efficiency and safety. And so we'll be doing all we can to promote, protect some of the protected bikeways you see downtown. We'll be expanding those throughout the city so that people will be able to come in and out of the downtown with a greater efficiency and safety. And those are just some of the things we'll be rolling out. We have lots to come.
We talk so much lately about obviously the soaring gas prices, and at the Green Fair, you're going to get an opportunity to sort of see some electric vehicles, and I think they've come a long way. And since we first started seeing these hybrid vehicles to now seeing these full electric vehicles, maybe talk about the advantages now that maybe more than ever, people should be looking when they are ready to buy that new car to looking into a full electric vehicle instead of having to deal with the gas prices and where they might be at any point.
That's true. Certainly rising gas prices increase the value proposition for electric cars. They also, frankly, increase the value proposition for electric bicycles. That's another a way for folks who are commuting to get around the downtown and to get in and out of their workplace. And we hope to support that.
A lot of times when people, I think this maybe happened to me too, when I was buying appliances and you're like, and this is one of the things at the Green Fair is buying energy efficient appliances. And how do we know when we're buying that they're energy efficient, and what does that mean? Is it like are they not running as hard,
Sure. Well, there's a couple of things that we can do when we're making our own purchases. Certainly take a look at the energy. Every appliance will have an Energy Star rating, and it's important for you to take a look at that. Do a little bit of education based upon your particular circumstances, and try to accomplish what you can to have an energy efficient appliance, and that's good for the environment, of course, but it's also good for your operating costs. I would say too, and this is something that we as a municipal organization are going to hope to help accomplish, particularly in the event that the millage passes. We hope to encourage residents to electrify their homes, to have an electric water heater, electric dryer, those sorts of things. We will do so through group buys, through discounts, and I think at the Green Fair you'll be able to talk with city staff about some opportunities in that regard.
Yeah, I spoke with Missy Stoltz a while back about, a lot of people want gas stoves in their house, but it's really better to have an electric stove. And I think people think like, oh, it's harder to deal with an electric stove kind of thing. But I also think it's just one of those things that once you have it, you know how to use it. And I
think that's exactly right. A lot of us grew up with gas, and so we're familiar with it. But we're burning we're burning gas in our homes. Unless you're throwing your fan on all the time and it's working with 100% efficiency, you're breathing in contaminants. Having an induction stove, they work great. They in many respects outperform gas, and it is good for your bottom line, your health, and then the world at large, particularly if you got solar on the roof.
Totally. Well, and the other thing I think about, because when you have an electric stove, a lot of times your knobs are high up, so you have to like reach over. And if you have young kids in your house, when you have a gas stove, a lot of times those knobs are actually low and they can reach them and they can turn the gas on. I've seen it at my parents' house. My mom has one and she has to get those like knob covers so the kids, when her grandkids come over, that they don't try to so you could like have a gas leak and not even be aware of it for a little while because some kid just turned it on, which seems much more dangerous to me in a lot of ways. So,
well, certainly, the toxicity of the gas itself is, one of the problems that you have with gas appliances.
And, the Green Fair always has live entertainment. Can you tell us a little bit about the entertainment? And are these, are we still seeing green entertainment? A lot of times you'll see DJ being powered by bikes and stuff like that.
I'm afraid I don't know exactly what music will be played at the Green Fair. I know we often have bands that are our sustainability staff, our stormwater folks, will occasionally be playing. I'm expecting it to be a zero waste event. It's the sort of thing where we walk the walk, talk the talk, and we look to let folks know about the great things that they can do in their own lives to promote sustainability, to reduce their carbon footprint, and to help us achieve our A20 goal.
While I have you, are there any nonprofits or anything that you know of that's going to be at this year's fair that you might want to mention?
That's another certainly one of the great aspects of the Green Fair is that of course city staff is doing their job telling people about what we have, but nonprofits do come and bless them for it. It's an opportunity for them to speak to residents about the good work that they're doing in the community, and for residents to learn and to express a desire to participate. I haven't seen the full list, but certainly I would expect that the Tree Line Conservancy will be in attendance. The Watershed Council will be there. I'm looking for the Sierra Club too. I expect you'll see lots of other local nonprofits who are doing great work, trying to make Ann Arbor and the greater region that much greener.
Before we go, why should people come to the 2022 Green Fair now that it's back in June and Main Street, the library lot?
Well, come on down to the Green Fair. There's so many different reasons. First, you're coming to Ann Arbor's amazing and vibrant downtown, and you simply can't lose as far as that goes. But second, you will learn about what the city is doing as a municipal organization to promote sustainability, to promote its goal of carbon neutrality by 2030, and you'll learn about what you as a resident or as someone who lives nearby, what you can do in your own lives to help achieve that goal. Because climate change is real, and we need to do everything we can to counteract it. It is a moral imperative that we leave this earth in as sustainable a fashion as possible. And right now, this is our way to do that, achieving carbon neutrality. And
I appreciate that you also mentioned that it doesn't have to be Ann Arborites, because this is for everybody. We all need to get on this train and take care of the earth.
That's exactly right. I mean, we in Ann Arbor, we're doing what we can, but come on down to the downtown and learn about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And if you don't live in Ann Arbor, well, you live somewhere, and you'll be that much better educated about what the possibility is for local government action, and hopefully you'll take it to your location and see what the next steps are.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Taylor, for being on the show and talking about this year's Green Fair.
Well, not at all. Thank you for asking me.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.